Folks, welcome into Degenerate Danger Zone. It is February 13th. Yes, some of you may think it's Galentine's Day, but it's really Bro-entine's Day, and we're going to go get some free money. I'm your host, Ty B. Today, I'm joined by Degenerate Al and MereKat. But first, we got to give a little shout out for our sponsor here at Manscaped. They are the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. They obsess over the technology developments, these anti-nick technology. I cannot talk about that enough. The flashlight, these devices are absolutely unbelievable. The lawnmower 3.0, over 2 million men worldwide have already gone to Manscaped. Make sure you do so as well. Promo code TRAINWRECK gets you 20% off plus free shipping over at manscaped.com. MereKat, it was a good day for us yesterday when we collaborated. Absolutely loved it with those picks.
Yeah, we had a good day for sure. We went 2-0 on the same picks we were on. I had a good day other than Illinois minus 14.5. My darlings, they got it done, but they didn't cover. Good teams can win, great teams cover, and I was feeling great heading into today. And then you text me and you're like, can you place a bet for me? And I'm like, yeah, what is it? You're like, Liverpool, plus money today, money line. I'm like, wow, I love that play. I'm hopping in with you. Place the bet for us to start last night to, kick this morning off nice with Premier League soccer, not having to go out onto the creek. Liverpool 1-0 lead late. What happens? VAR crushes us. 3 straight goals by Leicester in the final 12 minutes, and we start out the day down bad.
And talking about down bad, Allison. He might be the worst goalkeeper. He is public enemy number 1 in my eyes right now. The first goal was an obvious offsides. They're putting the line to like his mid-chest, pulling it down to some guy's leg, triangulating. You could obviously see he's in front of him. It was very obvious. Allison misplayed it and makes no attempt at the ball. Just looks unbelievably lost. The same thing. The next goal, what happens? He runs out of the net. Kabak had the easy play on the ball, and he goes and tries to punch it away. Guess what? Clears out his own defender, and Jamie Vardy taps it in. And then the third goal, what do you know? Allison doesn't even freaking move to try to save the ball. I don't know what is wrong in Liverpool right now, but they are awful, and Allison is on my shit list. I will be fading him into oblivion. Throw Allison and Liverpool into a flaming trash ball of fire right now, MereKat.
It's just disgusting. You perfectly said it. It was just a terrible game. I hate being that guy that's like, rigged, roughs, blah, 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 but give me another explanation for that VAR there, and Alisson just shitting the bed. Didn't even try on the third one. You still got a chance there, and it was just disgusting. But we can't let that get us down today. We got to find that free money. Degenerate Al, what's up?
Yeah, well, luckily, guys, I was not on your side, and I faded Liverpool in this one. I need Leicester +1 to close out my Jessie Pegula parlay after she once again dominated yesterday. Great Australian Open tennis. Super Bowl and football might be gone, but there's still great sports happening all the time. So today, you guys got me on the Tottenham train again. I mean, I'm gonna do it. I don't for this one. I'm not betting the team. I'm betting the number. Come on, Harry Kane's back. You can get him at +750 or 8-1. I did take draw as well, and in that one, I did one of those at the creek. I can do those win-cast, first goal or anytime. I did both Son and Harry. So if the Spurs score first and it's one of those two guys, we're gonna be off and running at 12:30 today.
Oh, that could be absolutely electric. You see what happens. MereKat and I are huge fans of that Sonny and Kane connection. Kane gets back on the field and Spurs 2-0 win, and that collaboration between the two is looking just like it was before they're injured. MereKat, I think you're on this game too.
Yeah, I think this is just one of those games. I know I'm a homer, and half the Tottenham picks I give are losers because I'm just being a homer for them. But I love the draw no bet today. This feels like one of those games where Jose kind of rises to the occasion, gets the boys ready, puts out a masterful lineup. We're still waiting on those starting 11s. They'll be coming soon. But I really think Tottenham is being crazily undervalued here. Now, plus 700, 750, 8-1 some places. It's wild. I'm betting the draw, no bet for Tottenham today, plus 350 right now. I like that a lot. I think they could easily come out today with a draw, and I'd like to think they have a chance to win. You saw Harry Kane come back the last game. He looked great. They're coming off that FA Cup loss where, that was a rough one. They're going to want to bounce back with the quadruples dead boys, but I like that draw no bet today. I think this is a really sneaky one for Tottenham.
Absolutely.
And real quick, is Man City favored so heavily just because they're in like incredible form right now on the top of the table? Like that's just, I think minus 300.
It's an English Premier League record, a run of like 15 straight unbeaten games or something like that, or games with a win. So yeah, that's essentially what it is. And Spurs being such a roller coaster ride all season. Obviously under Jose, you can get a great performance. I think Spurs might have been the last team to beat City, but they did beat them in their last time out either way. So Jose has that recipe. Him and Pep are always an interesting matchup when they're out there together. But let's get into the NHL a little bit here. I know that Jake Watkins had a little pick in here. He said he loves the Islanders money line tonight. Bruins got beat up last night against the Rangers. Lots of fights in that one. Good old time hockey. You love to see that. But I think I'm going to make my first play here. I'm going to go in this Senators Jet game. The Senators are absolutely awful. And guess who they have in net tonight? Marcus Högberg, 0-5, 4.88 goals allowed per game. Yeah, absolutely fade him. The Jets have a good offensive team. I like backing them on the puck line, minus 1.5, plus 105. Take them in regulations, like minus 150, minus 140, 150 in that range. I think they're great parlay fodder. Jets should be free money. MereKat, what's your first hockey play?
I looked at the hockey board for a second at Liverpool game, texted you guys, I hate the board today. And then I got over the Liverpool loss, found a game I really, really like. I love the Maple Leafs today against the Canadians. I feel like they should be heavier favorites in this one. Their money line right now is at like minus 150-ish, but I'm going with their regulation money line, plus 112. They've won 8 of their last 9. Their loss was in overtime to a Connor McDavid-driven Oilers. They're a good team. I hate to admit it because we hate the Maple Leafs here, but they're going against the Canadiens. Started the season hot, scoring a bunch of goals. Completely cooled off since then. They have 2 in their past 3 2 each in their past 3 games. Carey Price with a sub 90% save percentage. Give me the Leafs plus money regulation all day.
Okay, so I'm not taking that. I'm on Canadians money line tonight. I'm going with the big. My slate today is a lot of teams that lost previously and are going to bounce back today. Montreal being one of them. I like Vegas. They just got shut out at home. Lost 1-0 to the Ducks. The Sharks just got destroyed by the LA Kings 6-2. I think Vegas goes into San Jose and gets that done. And then my other bounce back pick of the day, which was my bad beat of the night last night. I had St. Louis Blues team total under 3.5 to close out a parlay. 3 goals in the final 7 minutes, I believe. 2 empty netters. Just absolutely killer to win 4-1. So I like the Coyotes at home to bounce back tonight. So those are my 3 NHL plays today.
Absolutely love that out. I'm with you on the Golden Knights. I think that's another team you got to use in those parlays. Looking at them on the money line, because more than likely it's going to be Martin Jones who's starting, another goalie who's struggling, giving up a lot of goals. And you know what Vegas does, especially if Fleury ends up getting the start. Fleury has been phenomenal this year, 5-1, only allowing 1.67 goals per game. You love to see that. Great numbers out of him. And in net, this team is poised for another big run at that Stanley Cup. I'd like them to get a win over San Jose, who just isn't that good this year. MereKat, anything else in the NHL? You bouncing over to the NBA?
No, nothing else in the NHL. I'll hop over to the NBA. I'm taking a team that we bet on yesterday. We won with yesterday, both you and I. I'm going with the New York Knicks money line. It's about minus 110 right now against the Rockets. And it's like, oh, the Knicks are playing a back-to-back. Well, if you look at the box score from last night, the Knicks kind of crushed, and they rested their starters a lot in anticipation of this back-to-back. They're still fresh. They're bench is deep. We talked about it yesterday, and they've been nice. I'm gonna dip in that well again. The Rockets have lost 5 of their last 6. They're 0-4 against the spread of their last 4, and the Knicks have covered 4 of their last 5 by an average of like 7.5 points. I like the Knicks keep getting these favorable lines. They're not a great team, but they're a good team to bet on this year.
And real MereKat, your friggin' Nuggets last night? Are you kidding me? I was gonna be so pissed at you because I threw them in. I'm like, you know what? I never really bet the NBA, but MereKat said it's a guaranteed lock, and turns out it had to sweat the final.
Guaranteed lock. Because before the buzzer, not the final buzzer, but Jamal Murray throws up a half-court shot. It's going long. It's definitely not going in. And it wasn't Baisley. It was Diallo. Goes up and just interferes it. It's just, what are you doing, dude? It's a free 3 points for the Nuggets. The Nuggets win by 2 after trailing by almost 20 at multiple points throughout the game. Jokic was amazing. The whole starting lineup was in double digits. I was sweating because I gave all my picks yesterday. I felt confident in them all, which they did pretty well. And then at the end, I just go, and then the Nuggets are an absolute lock, and they're down 20 at half. I'm like, what the hell? This is awful. So shout out to the Nuggies.
Yeah, shout out Robbie Bowler over at Let's Talk 716 Sports. Or I think MereKat's going to be hopping on with him later, right?
Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Okay, you can get MereKat over there. But MereKat, I know you're staying. You got more locks in the NBA. You're all over it.
Yeah, I give out. Most of my players are 1 unit. This is a 2-unit play here. I love this play tonight. The Phoenix Suns money line. The Suns have been hot since going back to the bubble. You saw what they did in the bubble. Started the season hot. They're hot right now. They won 7 of their last 8. And 2 of their last 3 games, they beat the Celtics and Bucks, 2 of the heavy hitters from the Eastern Conference. They're against the 76ers tonight, another Eastern Conference heavy hitter, traveling across country. They don't travel well. And you look at the Suns. Their front court has been solid, but their back court's been incredible. Devin Booker stepping up after a slow start. He's got at least 30 in his last 2. Chris Paul, he's like 70 years old. He's still averaging 17 and 8. He's had over 20 multiple times in the past 4 games. He's doing well, and he's been hot. And Sixers are really reliant on Joel Embiid. DeAndre Ayton's not some defensive superstar, but he's got enough, in his arsenal to stifle Embiid a bit, slow him down tonight. And the Suns overall are the 4th best defensive team in the NBA. I like the Suns here tonight. Pretty much even. They're like minus 106 at the creek right now. That's a lock for me.
Yep. And I got one last play today. I don't know, Al, we'll send it to you for anything else you got. Actually, I got UFC too. I keep forgetting about UFC. But before UFC, Naomi Osaka, Serena Williams parlay plus 185. I think that should be an absolute lock. Serena Williams minus 103. She's a slight underdog. Yeah, no, absolutely hammered that. Love her in Grand Slams. She's not, Arina Sabalenka, I'm not afraid of her. I don't care that she has some sort of Russian Czech sounding name. I'm going with Serena. She's here to set the record. I think she needs one more Grand Slam to set that record, and she's going to make a run here.
Tybee, I don't know. I'm definitely not telling that. There is some great tennis tonight, though, with, like you said, Muguruza, Osaka, Sabalenka, Williams, Team Dimitrov. When Serena's an underdog, that's saying something, in my opinion, especially in a big Grand Slam event like this. So I'm staying away from Serena tonight. I watched her last match. She shouldn't have won. She lost because her opponent completely choked, double fault after double fault, and Serena was not moving well at all. So I'm definitely staying away from Serena there. But Osaka, she's been in great form, looks awesome. Mm-hmm. And I do have a couple parlays with Ashley Barty and Osaka. Put 100 on both of those, parlayed with the Vegas Golden Knights to win the cup to win over $5,000. So if one of those two hits, Osaka or Barty, there's that riding with the Knights to win the cup. So trying to build my bankroll there with my Western Conference playoff teams, that's for sure.
Oh, you love doing that and doubling down, tripling down on your on your futures. That's exactly what you love to see. But looking at UFC tonight, huge card. You got Kamaru Usman versus Charles Burns. I think this is going to be a very entertaining card. We've seen a bunch of fights kind of getting shuffled around again, and that's happened the past few weeks, past few months for UFC with COVID and everything. But we're going to see a bunch of good fights. One guy I do like as an underdog, I'm sure we're going to see some stuff from Slick. I'm hoping he's on Maki Pitolo. This dude throws coconut bombs. He throws the hardest body shots I have ever seen in my life. He's made like 2 or 3 guys crumble in the UFC. Grown ass men just falling from getting punched in the tummy over and over again with these brick ass hands. I love that. I think Kevin Gastelum is good for parlay fodder. Macy Barber is at plus 105, great value. The last time we saw her fight, she was like a minus 10,000 favorite and tore her ACL like a minute into the fight. And that was when we were at the Baby Joe Macy event at our house. Yeah, it was that night. Ruined all my parlays, ruined my entire night. Well, she's going to win us some money tonight, plus 105 against Alexa Grasso. I think Alexa Grasso is over the hill, and I think it's Macy Barber's time to shine. She's got a lot to show tonight. Anything else you guys got before we get out of here?
What about Usman in the final fight?
Usman.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. He's
going to beat him up.
He's the foot stomper. Yeah. You know what? Exactly. Talk about just.
It's minus 278.
Yeah, he's one of the guys. Like as UFC, like a lot of UFC fans that I talk to, it's not going to be a pretty fight. It's not going to be that fun. But yeah, Usman at the end of the day going to get it done tonight.
He's just going to beat him up for 3 to 4 rounds until Burns just can't take it anymore, and then it's going to cash.
100%. So and I know Maniac was asking what is Slick on tonight. That video will be posted in the next hour or two. He's fired up. Big night for him. He hit his parlay last week, so we'll be posting that soon.
Absolutely love it. Make sure you guys are staying tuned at Degenerate Zone on Twitter. Tons of content coming out every day. And then on trainwrecksports.com, tons of articles, videos, everything else. So make sure you're looking out on that. Jake's been doing a great job with his NHL picks. And we got a ton of stuff that keeps going up there all the time. Shout out to Kanzi doing great work there. And
our boy Stevie Ritchie, whatever we want to call him, his articles coming out every single day. He's been having some brutal beats. I think last night he had a team that was minus 5.5 that ended up winning by 2. They scored like no points or like a ridiculous amount of points.
Like a 9-minute streak. Yeah. No points in 9 minutes or something absurd. They still win, but like.
Yeah, we might have to get him on here to talk about some of these beats.
Definitely.
That's unbelievable. But that'll wrap it up for us here at Degenerate Danger Zone. Make sure you get over to manscaped.com for 20% off with promo code TRAINWRECK. Also, free shipping. Save you a whole bunch of big bucks. And guess what? Your nuts will thank you.
And real quick, last thing I got to say, let's go Spurs. If the Spurs win this game or they draw this game, like I said, it's going to set Saturday up to be a monster day.
Oh, absolutely. So make sure you get out there and do that. For myself, MereKat, Degenerate Al. Again, make sure you're following us at Degenerate Zone. Al, we got 3 words. Give them to me.
Good night now.